Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm going to be making a little one sheet folio for you today. I'm going to make it from one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Any paper will do, you don't need the same paper I've got. And it's going to be a little folio that you can use as a little mini journal or just use it to tuck photographs or memories in. So the paper I've chosen is this Stamperia Orchids Cats. Because I have two of these pads, I have a spare, I've gone ahead and I've cut out all the little bits. Yeah, if you look on the front sheet inside, you've got all those. I've cut out the ones that I like best. And if we go ahead and look on the back sheet, we've got those. The newer Stamperia papers do tend to have this. The older ones don't tend to, so you get an extra sheet. So I've cut all those out. I'll give you a quick look at the rest of the pages. I've took a couple out because I were going to make this and show you and then make another, but I just didn't get around to it. And then I can't decide which piece of paper to use for the base. I'm torn between, yeah, I've gone ahead and cut those out as well, those circles. Absolutely lovely. I've cut these out, although I'll probably only use these smaller bookmark size ones today. They might be a bit large for what I'm planning. Yeah, that's another page. I'm torn between that and that other one. I'll tell you what, I'll use that one. Then look, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me of a little kitty cat Nala. I did make a journal with some of this paper. Oh, must have been over a year ago, might have been 2. I'll link it in the description if you're interested. But this, I like my one sheet folios and I've not done one in a while. So I'm going to use that paper. Now I'm just going to grab this sheet here to show you exactly where I'm going to cut and score. Right, so I want to cut horizontally at 5 inches or 7. I'll show you what I mean. You could cut there. I think I might cut there. Yeah, so I get more of that on. It sort of has a natural separation there, doesn't it? So I'm going to cut there and then I'm going to score at 4 inches and 8 inches. So we'll do the scoring first because it's going to be the same on both halves. Move that out of the way. A lot of people say they can't always see where I've scored, so I thought I'd use that sheet. Grab my scoreboard and my scoring tool. So I'm going to score, I can't say it, vertically at 4 inches. I like to do it twice, quite gentle. I can be heavy-handed and poke out way through paper. So that's 4 inches and 8 inches. Let's get rid of the scoreboard. Now I'm going to cut. Now if you don't have a scoreboard, you could just measure 4 and 8 and then fold it. This Stamperia paper is quite good at that. It's 190 GSM and it will fold. It's sturdy enough to make a folio, but it's thin enough to use as journal pages if you want to. Right, let's get the paper trimmer out now. And I want that, so I'm going to cut 5 inches off the bottom for mine. You do you. Like I say, you can make this from any paper. I mean, if you've got completely just a pattern paper and you're going to decorate it, you don't really need even as much going on your paper as I've got on this one. So cut that at 5. So I've got one at 5 and one at 7. Right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this. So I think, do I want that on the outside or that? I don't know. I don't really know. They're both very similar, aren't they? I think I'll go for that. So I'm going to fold. I've got it the right way up. I'm going to fold like that. And then I'm going to fold that one back. So we've got that little Z shape. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. I'm going to fold like so. and like so again. And once I'm not creasing it heavily so you can change your mind, then what I'm going to do is pop that one on there. So I'm looking whether I like that, whether I would prefer it that way. I'm thinking I might. You could even then completely, yeah, you could, I suppose. No, you don't need to turn it because you can see both sides. Stop talking rubbish, woman. I think I may like it like that. I'm going to like it like that because we're going to decorate this front. There's going to be a tag in there, so all this plainness is going to be covered up. So, yeah. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to glue that piece to that piece. So, let's start again. I'm just going to show you from the beginning what I did. So, I've cut 5 inches from bottom. I've scored at 4 1/8 inches. I've then just folded it in a concertina and folded it again. Yeah? Then rather than just pop it like that, I've turned mine both over and I've popped it like that. You still get that open on your right hand side. This is just a matter of preference, how you want the patterns to look. Yeah. Then I'm going to glue that side to that side. And what we'll then end up with is that. You could glue it to there. You could glue it to there. There's lots of ways you can make this one, but I'm going to glue it to there. Yep. So I'm going to put glue down those two edges and along the bottom because I then want a little opening at the top to make room for a tag. So I'm going to grab my art glitter glue. I've not crafted in over a week, so I hope none of this is... Well, it seems to be okay. Just wiggle it and make sure that is clear. Yeah, I've got it right way around for gluing. Put your hat... I like to put my fingers at the edge, which I'm not gluing. Then I can't go wrong. Well, I can, but I'm less likely to. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of a break over Easter. I wasn't intending to, it just happened. One thing led to another and you get doing one thing then another. And when my kids are off college, because, yeah, holidays are very different here in UK if you're watching me in US. Rather than one really huge break in summer, our kids get lots of 1 and 2 week breaks all the way through here. And Easter is one of the 2 week breaks. They do get 6 weeks in summer. I mean, our summer's not as long and hot as it is in some countries. So, they don't need to have a couple of months break because it's too hot to be in school. Right, there you go. And I'm going to turn that sideways while I glue it. Because I'm going to line these bottom corners up as much as I can. And then that. Woohoo! You've got a little bit of wiggle time with this art glitter, so I'm just going to make sure it's lined up everywhere. There we've got that. I may have to trim that off. Let's just squash my corners a little bit. Again, I'm not coming in with a bone folder. Oh, I might not have to trim it. Could be alright. That's just because this edge, this is going to be a teeny tiny bit wider because there's no fold going off. The fold actually takes up, I would say, about 32 to a 16th of an inch of the paper. So yeah, I am going to trim that because if I don't, it'll really, really annoy me. So I'm just going to get my Timalt scissors. If I didn't have it here and need to trim it, it would be hanging over on the other side. I mean, if you know exactly what you're going to be doing with this paper, you could trim this on your paper trimmer before you glue it. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go along. I sometimes get the best folios when I do that. Here we go. So that's glued, and I'll show you what we've got. So it folds there. That will then fold there. There. And then we're to the back. And you'll just keep going until you come back to the front. Very simple. I may even have done one like this before. I really don't know. I doubt I'm the first one to do it. There'll be other people done these. Like I said, there's only so many ways you can cut and fold a piece of paper, isn't there? When you're doing something so simple, I doubt I'm first one. I've not reinvented sliced bread roll. Right, put your pin in your glue, woman, because you know you're a nightmare. Whee, there you go. Right, I'll move my template. Now I'll bring in all my little cutter parts. So these are the ones I showed you from the other paper pack. Why have I only got one of them? What have I done? Oh, they're here. I left others in here somehow. Along with little bits I didn't get round to cutting out. So as I said, this folio today, they'd be too wide. So I'm going to leave those for another thing, another day. And there's 4 of those large ones. Come back, come back. I'm knocking things on the floor. There we go. But on that same page, I've got these 2 bookmark type tags. They're going to be the perfect size. Do you get 3 or 12 circles? 6 or 12, I don't know. The circles, again, perfect size. So we'll be using quite a few of these circles. Now, the back page, this is what was on the back page. All these. You wouldn't think you'd get quite so many things from one page, but you do. Oh, staticky is sticking them in. Now, yeah, I don't want to make you watch me fussy cut something. So if you're going to use the same paper and you want to have everything cut ready, just pause or carry on watching and then come back again. Yeah? If you like the sound of my voice, some of you do, I am assured. And there was a little strip of paper on the bottom. And what I've done on the edge of this, and what I've done is I have... yeah, I've punched those out with my 3/4 inch punch. That was just the perfect size. So I've got all these little paw prints. I don't know if I'm going to use them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but you never know. So these are all the yummy cutouts. I've fussy cut all these by hand while I've been watching telly the last few nights. So we've got gorgeous flowers. The collection is called Orchids and Cats. You could actually cover the cats up if you wanted, if you were keen on cats. But I don't think you get away from orchids. They're everywhere. Now, they are yummy. There's some shorter ones as well. We've got this one, which I'm hoping, I think it will. Yeah. I know it will less than 4 inches, so that, I may use that as a pocket. I don't know if I'm going to use it on front or use it inside somewhere. But that's definitely going to be a pocket. Got the kitty cats. Got plenty of little, they can be tags or tuck spots. I love that one. I'm thinking I want that as a tuck spot. Not necessarily out front. Memories. I don't know, I might want that out front. Or I could just have it there. But then it would get covered up by a tag. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know. This is why I never got around to making a prototype. Can you see why? There's too much yumminess. And when I'm filming, I will make my decisions quicker. So yeah, lots of little tags. So we want lots of little tuck spots for lots of little tags. So, these tiny tags, I'm thinking I want to try and get them all in on one page. I'll leave the front for now. And I'm looking for a bigger page. Ooh, I like that. If you watch my recent video where I did 10 tuck spots on one page, I'm not going to go that crazy. But oh yeah, if we made two types of pockets, we could get 2 tags in each pocket. I don't think I'm going to go for 4 individual pockets. That'd be a bit too much. So, how could we do that? I don't know. I don't really know. I suppose we could fit... We don't have to have them all... We could fit 2 in like that, couldn't we? Yeah. I quite like that. That says, love is the flower you've got to let grow. Yeah, and then another wide one. I can't even read that one. I'm really rubbish at reading cursive writing sometimes. Really rubbish. Oh, life gets better with cats. It certainly does. So I'm hoping, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's going to be that page. So let's get a little bit of ink. Do you know what? Should we round some corners? Before I ink, I'm going to round some corners. Do you know what? Can I round the whole lot of these? You know how I don't like square corners? I find them a little bit offensive. I just find them easy to damage, to be honest. Do that with my medium size. It should punch through this double. Oh yeah. I hope I've not decided this too late, you know, because I've already glued some. We shall see. I'm flicking little bits of... Look at the state of that. That so needs emptying. I had someone in my comments tell me it needed emptying once when I was struggling using it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I never think to empty it until it stops working. And I must remember to. I don't want to break it one of these days. Yeah, the bottom just comes off and it empties dead easy. It is the best corner punch I've ever had. It's got to be said. Unless I want to punch chipboard, then you've got to have that a big chompy one, haven't you? I've broke 2 big chompy ones. Yeah, it just wants to go through 2 sheets. Those 2 sheets where it's glued. Oh, that 3 sheets I went through. Yeah, it were. So it did quite well there, going through 3. That's why I struggled. 1 and 2 sheets, not a problem. 3, it feels like it's going to break, but it didn't. I think if I was chomping through 3 again, I think I'd cut those before I glued it. Yeah. If you're going to round your corners, yeah, do it before you glue. We don't want you breaking your corner punch. Have I done all corners? No. How many corners can one piece of paper have? You'd think 4. But now we've creased it and cut it and done stuff to it. Oh, I've still got 1 more there to punch. They're done, they're done. They're done. Oh, this is another one where I have to punch through 3. Hold your breath. It did it. Ta-da! That looks so much better now, doesn't it? Now, on earth did I decide to put them tags? It was that plain one, wasn't it? So, I don't ink everything loads anymore. I'm going to give that a bit of an ink because it's quite plain. I don't feel the need to ink down there to define the 2 sides, I just don't. Down there it's got its own ink on. I think it's just where I've cut it and folded it to make it look a little bit more like is the edge of the piece of paper. At one time I'd just ink everything without thinking. I used to ink before I think, now I think before I ink. Yeah, that's not going to be a slogan, is it? A little bit there. I think that. Yeah, I think that's it. Right, let's go back to the page we're working on and I will ink the edges of my little tags because it does just give them some better definition. Also, it covers up any white bits from where you've cut them out. That's 1. Where's the other one I decided to use? Where on earth did I flick that to? That one. Love is the flower you've got to let grow. I think it was. I think I might want the cats at the bottom with them being a bit bigger. I just think it looks better. So I'm going to grab my glue again and I'm going to glue the bottom and just a teeny tiny bit up each side. Just a teeny bit. I'm going to glue that cat's little tail down. I was well proud that I managed to fussy cut that without cutting his tail off. I could have always stuck it back on. Just a little bit. Yep. I'll pop that on. Bit near at bottom. Just wipe that where it touched because you don't want it all to glue. Yeah, bit near at bottom, woman, so you've got room for your tags. Yeah. That's better. Is that straight-ish? I think that petal was throwing me off. There were a petal under there. That looks a bit straighter. Now I'm going to do the same with this one. Glue along that bottom. I'm just going to glue that bit. Right, ooh, tuck your bottom tags in first, woman. See how high up you need this. Yeah, we do want them coming down to just about the top of them tags. Now, I've got it about where I want. I'm going to take tags out to help me straighten it. Is that anywhere near straight? I've got my little T-ruler out for things like this. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. It needs to be down a bit there. Did I? I grabbed barely arts glue there. Not art glitter. How did I know? Because it's got more wiggle time. It would not have let me wiggle that quite so much if I grabbed art glitter. But to be honest, it's letting me wiggle it a bit too much. I think I'm going to swap back to my art glitter. It's making me too faffy, look, can you see? Too faffy. I'm too faffy with barely arts. Very similar glues, do the same thing, they don't wrinkle your paper. Barely Arts and Art Glitter, both brands. But I do favour Art Glitter glue slightly. I would imagine if you're a beginner and you want to move things a little bit more, if you're more prone to putting things in the wrong place, you might be better with the Barely Arts. Try them and see. Right, that's them. I love that little kitty cat. I think we may need to put him at that side. No, we'll have him at that side so we see his little head poking out. Yeah. And we've got one with butterfly. Where did the other one go? Here we go. I quite like them. That's a cute little page, that. Yeah. Now on the backs, I'm not going to do it on camera because it'd be boring. I'll back them with some tea-dyed paper. Or you could just paint over it with a bit of gesso if you're not looking for too much bulk. Yeah, really like that page. Right, what else have we got? There's a kind of page I want to try, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Can I? Yes. No, can't do it in this. I wanted to do a kind of page where you put something over the corner, but it doesn't tend to work on edges that move. I could cut one of these in half and make 2 circular tuck spots. That's an idea. Because what I sometimes like, I could do it there. No, I don't think I want it on the front. In case you're wondering what I'm even waffling on about, sometimes I like to fold those in half and put them over the page like so. So you've got a tuck spot there and a tuck spot there. But I don't want that going over onto the front. So the only pages I could really do this on, because with a page that's, you can't really do it on a seam that's going to move because you just can't. It needs to be fixed, it needs to be on the edge. Short woman. Do I want it on the back? No, I don't think I do. So that's one idea out window. But what I think I might want is, I could use 2 of these as tags. Ooh. This is reminding me again of that video I did recently where I had all those circles, tucked in circles. But I don't have room to do that on here. It's not going to work, but it would look cute. So I know I'm flicking about a lot because I'm trying to make most of what I've got. I could use that as a tuck spot. Or I could use that as a tag and tuck it into something on the corner. That's a better idea. I could do it there or there. Let's have a look what we've got. I've got that little doily. That's a bit yummy. Shows up better there. Could I then have one of those tuck in? Oh, I could. We've also got, I think I had another one of those doilies. Don't tell me I've already cut one out. I had another one, but I've not cut it out. Where is it? I could have a doily on each side. That would be pretty. Yeah, so you're going to have to watch me fussy cut something, because I've decided in true me style I want to use the only thing that I've not cut out. So let's put some elevator music on, because I tend to not talk when I'm fussy cutting, but I'm gonna try. Whee. Yeah, I've had lots of questions. I had a question recently about someone asking, what do we do with all these things we make as junk journalers? Do we sell them? Do we hoard them? Do we? And well, I hoard some, I sell some, I give some away, I use them as gifts. And I don't actually journal in mine. The most you'll get from one of mine is a comment. I just put pictures in mine and bits and bobs. Like if we've been somewhere like cinema, I don't staple them in or do anything. I just chuck them in a pocket. Whee. There we go. And I've not done any proper journaling for a good few years. I used to favour the smash books. I think if you're in the States, you'll know what a smash book is. They were with a K and Company, and they were just basically like little journals, but they were all pictures. Oh, I don't know if I want to. I really don't know if I want to go around all them flowers. Do you know what? I don't. I'm going to cut them off. That's too much faffing for me. You'd never know they were there now. Bye, flowers. Yeah, they were bigger than A5, smaller than A4. Well, they smell like 8-bit. I don't know if they're 8 by 10. And I just used to put cards what kids had made me at school, put pictures of where we'd been, maybe just put 1 or 2 sarcastic little words. That's as far as I go with journaling. But I made journals for a few years on Etsy before I started my YouTube channel, and I tended to make a lot of journals to people's specifications. And the most popular use for journals were people use them as travel journals or for family events like Christmas and Thanksgiving. And people wanted a journal that had plenty of place to write in but didn't look empty until you'd written in it. So I think that's why my style has evolved into lots of removable things. Right, I've cut that out now and I don't like it. It's white on white. It just doesn't stand out enough. So let's have a look here. Ooh, that's better. Yeah, so those 2 are going to go there. And I'm going to use 2 of these to tuck in. Yes, I like that. So never be afraid to change your mind. Just because you decided something don't mean it has to happen. Is that a bit of rubbish cutting on my behalf? No, I've cut round a little leaf. So yeah, that bit of ink, it just makes it stand out a little bit more, doesn't it? Also, someone asked me why do I always use brown ink? Because I just like it to look old and vintage, and that's what the edges of things look like. Although my first ever junk journal I made for a swap. Oh no, I've just knocked a pile of paper on the floor. I'll get it in a minute. Crafter lunch. Did you hear it drop? There's things I'm going to want to use in there. I'll pause and pick it all up. I'll get a child to do it. Yeah, my first ever journal I made, I edged it in pink. Right, I'm going to use a couple of these to tuck in here now. I've got to decide which 2. So we've got all flowers there. That's a cute little kitty cat. Oh, I like that. Oh, come here, cat. Come here. Do you know, I'm sure there were 2 of these circles, one with a cat facing each way. Have I lost one? No. Here we go. Haha. You can tell it's my favourite paper collection, and I've worked with it before because I know what's in it. That will look yummy. So I'm going to glue these on. I'm not going to go all the way up the side because I want these circular tags to be able to fit in and everything close. So I'm going to grab my art glitter this time, yes. So yeah, I weren't consciously going through a lot of questions I've been asked. They're just coming to mind. I think also because I've not been answering a lot of comments through holidays, but I've still been reading them. There we go. That should hold it on nicely. Get me writing right way up. Let's have a look if it's straight. It's straightish. Straightish is what I aim for. And then glue that one. So I'm going to glue from there to about there. So I'll put my finger just above where I'm going to start gluing. So that, and I can tell what's straight along the bottom because we've got the picture on the other side. Stand up. And that one can go. I like how when there's nothing in it, looks like that envelope is tucked behind it. I think that's a bit wonky, missus. That's a bit better. Yeah, I used dark glitter glue. Can you see how it's stuck a lot quick, grabs and dries a lot quicker? That's why a lot of us like it when we're videoing. Right, I'm going to tuck those in. I'm not tuck them too low down because I don't want them to get stuck in the glue. Oh, I want you to go that side so you're looking at your mate. There you go. One cheeky little cat. And another cheeky little cat. Twin cats. I've got twin kids now. I've got twin cats in my journal. So that is cute. So, what else we've got left to decorate? I say it like I've done loads. I've only done 3 pages. I'm not sure what I want to put on the front. But I did get the chipboard pack. Let me show you. I'm going to have to pause now and pick it all up off floor. 2 ticks. And I'm back. Yeah, it gives me a chance to adjust my lighting as well. Yeah. This is the chipboard pack. They call them die cuts, but they're really thick. Yeah. Do you know, I don't even know if they're self-adhesive, these. I just do lose track of what's self-adhesive and what's not with Stamperia. So, ooh. Yeah, that goes that way. No, I don't really like that foot front. I'm not sure I'm really going to use many of these. The only place I would use these is on the front of something because they're so thick. And they'd mess things up for closing. There's cats, flowers. I do like that cat. The other thing I don't like about them is, can you see? The bigger ones are always a bit warped, which can cause a problem when you want it to lie flat. I do like that. Oh, I do like that. I'm thinking that could be some kind of tuck spot or just some kind of decoration there. That's nice. That letter. Could perhaps have a letter and... But even layering them up's not good. I suppose if you're doing some big mixed media piece, they're fine. But for what I'm using, no, I don't. They're a little bit too chompy. Yeah, chompy. Although I think I could cope with chompy butterflies. They're cute. Oh, I think we might have to just put a load of butterflies on front. That'd be easy, won't it? Can't have you there. We'll have to put you there if we're putting you there. They're all the same size. Need a bit of variety in the size of the flutterbies. No, they're all the same. Oh my god, look at that cute little cat, sleepy cat. Oh, so we seem to have started decorating the front cover. Anyway, my idea is to have some kind of tuck on the front that I can then put, excuse me, put the cat in. Oh, that'd be cute, wouldn't it? That. Would have to move you though, mate, because you can't weigh. We could have the cat tucked in there. That'd be nice. Maybe, I don't know, that just looks all too symmetrical, that. Maybe one butterfly there. None on the back, because we're going to put a tag in. And maybe some flower there. Not that big one, that doesn't look good. There's lots of these little petals. Have I put that upside down? No, it is right way up. For some reason it looks upside down. I don't know why. I did find a little white flower, didn't I? Could we have a... It's a pity that those don't fit side by side. If I were making a wider folio, they would. Oh, there's the smaller flower. Oh, the paw print. That's adorable, the paw print. could have the paw print and a butterfly. Oh yeah, I think that might have to be it. With the cat sat there. And I'm going to put some kind of seam binding around it. Oh, I love that bird. The bird's cute. We could put the butterfly on there. And the little birdie there. Oh, we could arrange bird looking like he's sat on cat's head. That would be adorable. And perhaps the paw print up there. But then I've got that area that's far too blank, which will annoy me. I may have to think about this a little bit more. I'm not liking that blank area. I don't want one that says greetings. Home sweet home. Yeah, just cover cat's face up, yeah. That's too small and that's too big. And I've already used one of those on inside. We've got that. We've got that. It may have to be that. With things tucked in. I don't know. Let's just... We'll come back to inside. We know we're going to use chipboards, so we're not going to use all those upon inside. That was just a faff fest, that. Right, let's get some more decorating done. So here. What I'm thinking here is to use the plants that I've fussy cut. And use them as sort of tuck spots, but I don't know if they're going to stand out enough, so that might not be the best idea. I suppose if I ink the edges, yeah, and then I could tuck some, yeah, little bits and bobs in behind them, maybe one up there. Maybe the cat sleeping there. I've just got this thing for multiple tucks at the minute. Tuck multiple things into one tuck spot. And we've got a little... I don't like that one. I don't want that one. Maybe we could make some tags from some of the other... There is one piece of paper in the collection that is screaming to be cut up into tags. What have we got here? Oh, we've got these long ones, but I wanted those for front pocket. Yeah, they need to go in front pocket. I'm going to save those. I like those. They're as tuck spots. We could glue them at the bottom and again at the top, so they're not flapping about. And then we could tuck two things in each. I could glue that there. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to ink the edges of these a teeny tiny bit. Just give them a little bit of definition. But as far as decorating goes, you decorate it how you want. You might have the same things and come up with a completely different way of decorating it. It's just what looks good on day, isn't it? There's no right and wrong way. You can faff about forever looking for the perfect way. And the perfect way is the way you say. You say what goes, it's your project. You might not like how I've done it, and you might, the way I've done it might then give you ideas to do it in a different way. Right, so that's those. Heart glitter glue. So I'm going to glue the bottom of the pot. And I'm going to glue that right hand side at pot. And then I'm just going to glue this side on the top where the flowers are. I'll glue that bit just so it don't... Let's see. A bit more there, I think. Let's see what occurs. Yeah. Pop that there. Get the pot straight. So it's glued a bit up there. Yeah, I'll let that dry while I glue this one on. I think I need to poke my pin in there. It's starting to clog up a little bit. I'm going to glue the bottom of this pot. But if you ever had this paper pad hanging about and wondered what to do with it, this will give you some ideas. This one I'm going to glue that top because it's just going to get in the way if I don't. And I'm just going to glue those thin ones. And I'll pop that there. Yeah, I like that. Just blend in a little bit, but maybe that's not a bad thing sometimes with a tuck spot, because then you don't realise it's a tuck spot. Oh, what did I say I was tucking in it? I wanted a little kitty cat sticking out of that one, didn't I? Oh, that was the one I wanted there. Oh yeah, that fits lovely. Just fits. Which I just edge of that stuck, that's it. So that's sticking out that. Oh, I've got this round one, I like that. Which way up does it go? I'm looking for number 12. That's it. I could put that there. That's it, we wanted the cat there, didn't we? The cat sticking out there, and we just want one more there. I've not decided which one, so I might cut. Oh, I think I've just decided that one. Because it's got that rounded bit that'll go around the bit that's stuck. Yeah, I like that. So when you first look at it, you don't realise you've got 4 things you can take out and journal on back of. Like I say, I'll just back those. It won't add much bulk. I'll use tea-dyed paper. So that's that page. So we've done that one. That one. We've got one big one there to do and one there. Oh yeah, we've done that one. And then we've got the little ones to do and the front. Oh, I'm liking it. Let's just pop these in here so I don't forget. I'm going to use them there and use them for something else. So they're going to be poking out at the top. I think I might want the green there. Yeah. Yeah. I'll pop eyelets in and put some trim on those or something to make it look cute. I'll stick those a bit further down now so they don't fall out now my glue's dried. There we go. So here, what we're going to do here. Do you know, I'm very tempted to do exactly what I did on that other one because I've got short flower pots. I've got a short flower pot there. What else we got? Oh, that one's a bit tall. That might go on the other tall page. I've got this one. I do like that. Could make some. I could perhaps make a top tuck spot with that. That's nice. Don't know what I'll tuck in it though. I'm not the best with top tuck spots. I never know what to stick in them. Oh, we had this as well, didn't we, that we're going to make into a pocket. Ooh. Hang on to that. I might put that on the back. Now we're going to put the big kitty cat on the front. Oh, we've got that one. That would look nice on the front. Oh, that would make a nice tuck spot. No, that pink, there's too much pink then, isn't there? It's just far too much pink. Oh, I could tuck the cat up there. No, a headless cat, no. It's just not right, is it? Maybe I could make it a bottom tuck spot. I like that. We've got the little cat peeping out behind the flowers. That's that side done. Done. Don't touch it. You'll change your mind and not like it. Oh, we've got that. Oh, tempted to have something like that up front, but they haven't done that in the chipboard, which I'm really sad about. Oh, I've put that in my ink. Tell you what, tip them all out and I'll just put that somewhere for washing to later date. Put lid on ink, woman. You know what you like when you leave your head off your ink. Your head off your ink. Your lid off your ink even. Oh dear. Right, so I'm going to put that one on now before I decide to do something different. Again, just ink those edges. I could put some extra little petals and things on there. Make it look a bit more exciting. Or I could put a little quote on it. Get a little bit of brown on that. Looking very white. I didn't get quite as close with my fussy cutting on that. Oh, I do like that. So I'm going to put some glue on those extremities so they don't get damaged. And there. there. And then I'm just going to put some on that. And pop that in that bottom corner. Looks good. Yep. Then will the cat still fit? Oh, he'll still fit. Oh, will he fit? Oh, that's really good. He fits with his tail sticking out. That's perfect. And I think we need to put some little butterflies there just to make that look nice. Right, what else have we got? My desk. Oh, I've just seen that. Da-da. That's going to be perfect for a little tuck spot. I could perhaps put that in. Yeah. Oh, we could put another circle in. Would a circle fit? Yes, it would. Tell you what, I'm going to glue the top and the bottom. We'll not bother gluing inside. I don't know. I don't want the tag to go straight through and fall out. Maybe if I just glue it a bit on his bottom. Just a little bit there. There you go. I could have done with ink in that, but I forgot, so I won't bother. Hang on, let's put it further over to make sure that if I want to put a circle in, I need a lot of room for it, don't I? Will the circle fit? Oh, it will. I don't know if I want that one, though. I think I may want that, so I can see the sleepy cat's face sticking out. That's cute. That definitely needs something. What about these paw prints? I'm perhaps thinking of making a dangle with some of those. I don't like those there. What else have we got? Oh, that's so cute. Got a butterfly. No, we don't need a plant pot. Just don't need a plant pot. Don't know where you're bringing where there, woman. Plant pot not required. Come off then. We could just have a few. Yeah, because I just feel I need a little bit more colour on that page. So if I stick a leaf or two on. Got plenty of these little leaves and petals. Oh, they were a pain to cut out, I'll tell you. Put the butterfly on before you change your mind. Or forget, or lose it. Flick it on the floor. Get it caught up in another crafter lunch. That's pretty. And I think some little petals floating down here. I've got another little butterfly. I think I could have something on there, and I forgot about that now, haven't I? I've got to mix my chipboards up with all my little paper pieces. Let's bring some paper bits over. Here we go. Look, there's lots of these little pieces. I'm thinking that would have looked better there now, and I've stuck it on. So I'm a bit late with that one, aren't I? Oh, I've got another one. Oh, a yellow one. Oh, you would have looked so much better there. I really feel like I should peel that off and move it. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. Oh, if it makes a mess of my paper, I'll just have to stick something bigger there, won't I? I don't want that there anymore. Yeah, stick it down before you change your mind. Yeah. I think I should change that to don't stick it down in case you change your mind. I'm sure he's going to cover that up. Yeah, of course he will. Look, what a mess. If I decide I don't like that there, then it would have been an even bigger mess, wouldn't it? Let's ink his edges as well. Yeah, so do you know how I was saying that Barely Arts glue doesn't stick as quick? And perhaps it's better for beginners. Perhaps it's better for indecisive people like me as well. There we go. Yay, I like that better. Let's just peel a bit. What it is, it's the backing of the paper that's still stuck. Oh dear. Could we fit? No, I don't want that bird on. I didn't need to throw it away quite so unceremoniously either, did I? Could have been pointing downwards. No. I did promise one of my subscribers I'd put some butterflies point. Oh, that's perfect. It covers all paper damage up. Yeah, I did promise I'd have some butterflies pointing down, but I just can't bring myself to do it. butterfly's pointing down to me, says upside down. I'm really sorry. I think we need to poke a pin in that again. Do you know, actually, I think I need to fill it up. It's getting a bit empty. Right, where did I have that? Where I covered all the sins up? That where it wanted. That covered all the sins underneath up. And I'm happy now. I think I may need another petal floating up there. I need to stick that one down. Because otherwise, without all these, that would have been a very plain page. Pop it there. Then it looks like it's still attached to them. Then I need another one up there. Grab another petal, woman. Oh, this one's bigger. Or do I need another leaf? Yeah, a bit more green, methinks. Yeah, another leaf pointing that way. Whee. There we go. I think it just looks a bit better. Yeah, sorted. So that's that page. So we're at the front now, so it goes like that. Like that. Oh, I like. That's the back page. I'm going to use that house for a pocket. Like that. We've got that page to do. I don't know what's going on that page. So I've got the front to do, that page, and then I've got the back page. And yes, the house. Haha, I know it's covering half that flower up, but the house is just the most perfect size for a pocket. I can't let that opportunity slip by. I'm just going to round the bottom. Yeah, and unceremoniously chuck me punch away. I do tend to fling things when I'm not using them. There's no wonder I break tools, is there? Flinging them like that. Ooh, another word. Another word, yeah. Like I've not uttered enough words already. Yeah, I'm going to be taking part in another collaboration. It's one aimed at getting your scraps used. And I'll link it in the description. And I will put a post on my community page. I would tell you details, but I just can't bring them to mind because I'm not that organised. Yeah, just poke your pin in, woman. You perhaps not have to do all this pin poking if you're a good girl and you put your lid on your glue, like I'm not and never do. Wee. Wee. And yeah, of course, the other collaboration with Rachel and Bella Crafts is still ongoing. I've been watching a few videos, but I've been very naughty not commenting. I'm terrible at not commenting, me, when I watch on big telly. Big telly. Right. Put that on there. Oh, I like that. That's really good for a pocket on back. Whee. Yeah, we definitely need a couple more big tags for this before I go on. So I'm just going to pause, tidy desk a little bit and come back with that sheet from the pad that is just crying out to be cut up for tags, 2 ticks. And I'm back. So this is the one that I think is just crying out to be made into tags because we've got all these separate flowers, haven't we? Now I'm going to grab my ruler. I'm going to measure the height of this, which I think is 7 inches. Yeah, it's 7 inches. So I'm going to see. Oh, I'd really like to make that into a tag, but could I just make it 7 inches? Yeah, but then it'd stick out at top too much, wouldn't it? So that'd be too tall. What about that? Oh, they're going to be too tall. I'm not happy. That I could make a tag out of that one for that back page. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's make a tag out of that one. But those will be perfect in something bigger. Yeah, which this isn't. So, that's so annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that bottom strip off. And then I'm going to cut that edge off and make a tag. So grab this. Yeah, that's a shame, that. So I'm not measuring this anyway. I just want to cut it off somewhere on those lines underneath. I think I'll just randomly do it, woman. Oh, there we go, I like that. And then I'm going to cut that off. Again, I'm not measuring. As long as it's less than 4 inches, which I know it will be, that should get that in here. There we go. So I'm going to make a tag out of that. I think I'll have to cut a bit of that side off as well. I don't know. I don't know yet. Shame about those for this project. I suppose I could make a little tag with that. But I've got other little tags, haven't I? So again, that's going to be for another project. So you can get many projects from one of these 12x12 sheets. I would say you could perhaps get about 3 one-sheet projects. Right, I'm going to get my little trimmer out for this, so I can measure it. I know my folio's 7 inches high. Right, this trimmer goes to 6, but I've put a mark at 6.5 and 7 down bottom. So that would be a 7-inch high tag. I want to take that little brown strip off. I don't really like it. I should perhaps have cut that off somewhere slightly different. There you go. I like that better now. And then I'm going to make this about 6.5 to 6 3/4. It's about 6 3/4 because I've gone between my 2 marks. Yeah, and I've got the whole tag in. I'm going to leave it like that with the brickwork on the side. We don't have to have the tag dead centre. That's just something in my head, that. Ooh, let's make it a tag shape. So I'm going to cut that chunk off there. And then I'll do other half with scissors. So that's the bit I've cut off. I'm going to transfer that over there and cut off at the same angle. I suppose I could have done it with my trimmer, but I'd have been risking my fingertips. You know how clumsy I can be. There we go. Yeah, we have a tag. So I'm going to ink that slightly. Not a lot. I do like this frayed burlap ink colour as well for these Stamperia papers. It's very like the colour that they have around the edges of the 12x12s. So it doesn't look like you've done a lot of heavy inking, it just looks like that came as a tag. So you're not limited to the cutouts. I could even put that bird on. It could be hovering. I don't know what angle he should be hovering at though, that's the problem. Could he be sat there? Yeah, he could sit there. Let's pop him on, because I don't know where else I'm going to put that bird. So I suppose there's as good a place as any. You won't see him until you take him out of the pocket, but he's there. He'll feel included now, won't he? I mean, we've got cats, we've got orchids, and they don't even get a look in, do they, these birds? They're not in title, but yet they're all over paper pad. Poor little birds. Eee. And a bit more up on your wing, mate. Make sure you're going to stick good. There we go. You can just be sat on the edge of the pot, because you have got feet. I suppose if you're flying, your feet would be tucked in, wouldn't they? I'm guessing. A bit like an aeroplane. Tuck wheels in. Yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, they're not just feet, they are landing gear. Yeah. There we go. He's cute. I suppose we need a butterfly as well. He just blends in then, doesn't he, with wall, him. And we've already said there's not many colours. What about him? Is he upside down? He is. No, I don't like him. He's not doing it for me. Oh, we've got another one that colour. Oh, yes. I just don't know. Having bird on that side and butterfly on that side just seems wrong to me. I just don't want a butterfly, end of. I've changed my mind. We can do that. So let's bring this back in. I'm going to try it in there. Watch it be too wide now I've inked it. Oh, that could really have done with being a smidgen narrower. I'm thinking as long as it's not 4 inches wide. Oh, you're going to have to cut some off, woman, and re-ink it, aren't you? Don't cut bird's tail off, that would be a disaster. Well, it wouldn't actually, it'd just be a bit sad. But I suppose I could cut bird's tail off. I'm going to cut a smidgen off each side so my tag is still a tag shape. So I've now made it 3 1/4 inches wide. Pretend I've just inked that again. Oh look, it fits perfect. I suppose if I put a bit less glue on. Oh, that's lovely. So we've got that tag for there. We're just stuck with that one page now. What I'm wanting to do is exactly what I did on that other one. I sorted all these out while I was paused, and I've now got this flower here. We could have that there in a tuck spot, but I've done that. I've done that on another page. I'm thinking maybe I need a cat tuck spot. The cat could be sat, yeah, that cat needs to sit on there. Or maybe this is the one where I could put a big round tuck spot on. I don't really know. I just don't know. Could I keep... I'm going to leave it undecorated because I don't know what to do on it. I've run out of ideas for the last page. Let's do cover. we can move on. Right, while I was tidying all these up, I did find a slightly smaller cat because I'm thinking I might want a cat on front tucked in. And I've sorted out all the chipboard pieces into one pile, and I did find some smaller bits of flour. Now you can probably remember what I was thinking of putting up front. I'm not quite sure. I think it involved that, didn't it? I was wanting that as a tuck spot somehow. Then I wanted butterflies, and that small flower might... I don't know. I'm not keen on that flower. I think I just need something bigger up front in general to cover that white space. I could put some lace on, but I'm not into lace lately. I don't know why. I've just really gone off lace. So we've got yellow and blue butterflies. We could put another yellow one down here. The big cat just looks better, doesn't it? I suppose actually the big cat with the flowers there does look a bit better. I'm just not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it. I did really want to put that on as well that said memories somewhere. I'm thinking I might just use that as a tuck spot, you know. I just like it better than that big shiny bit of chipboard. Yeah, that, I like that. Yeah. Don't like that either. I think, oh, that's it. With a butterfly there. That may even just be all we need. Maybe a few chipboard petals. So yeah, I still can't resist adding bits more, can I? Like, yeah, we don't need out else, but maybe we could just have all those. Because we've got one petal floating there. I think that's what I'll do. I'll have the butterfly heading that way. And some petals. It looks like, you know, when people put a row of 3 pearls on things as they do. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to ink the cat. Would the little cat look better? Oh, I don't know. Put them both in. There you go. Put them both in. Hecky thump, woman. Make a decision. I can get a bit faffy. Looks better when cat's edge is not white. Yeah, I really wanted this memories on front. I'm very sad there isn't a chipboard of this. Of all the ones I decided to make into a chipboard, this one got the chop. It got the chip chop. Yeah. You're going to tuck in like that. So I'm going to glue just a little bit each side. Yeah. I'm glue it on before you change your mind, she says. Do you remember last time I said that? What happened? Ended up peeling it off. This won't happen this time. It won't happen, promise. And I'm going to use my centering ruler to get it where I want it. Yeah, not very too near at bottom, woman. Don't need to be really near at bottom. You're only taking a teeny tiny cat in it. And centering ruler didn't work because we've got a butterfly up there. Is that about straight? I think it's about as wonky as a donkey's back leg. There we go. That's straight. Then we're going to put a butterfly on. Yeah, we'll have one shiny flutterby on. Fit you in, Mr. Kitty Cat. Yeah, that it looks better a bit higher up because then we've not all got that. We've not got all that white space. Do you know what? I'm going to peel some at the back of this off. I like the 3D butterfly, but it's a bit too 3D for my liking. Well, hey, look at that. Bye. Much better. There's 3D and then there's in your face 3D, isn't there? We didn't want in our face 3D. Put a bit more on because it's soaking in that glue to that chipboard. Now I've ripped it. There we go. I'm going to ink round these tags while that dries. And once I've got an eyelet in these and some ribbon on, it's going to look so different. Yep, that's one. I've got eyelets to put in quite a few tags now. That's two. I like it. I like it. Maybe if I put some... I just think I need some 3D petals. And now I don't want them down there. I think I want them along bottom. What else we got that's 3D? Oh, we've got a little 3D birdie. No. Oh, I don't know. Do you know, I think he might look better than that butterfly there. I'm going to cover that butterfly up with the 3D bird. But then he's looking the same way as cat. That's a bit weird. Stop it, woman. Stop it. You're just going a bit doolally-wappy now, aren't you? I want... Watch there not be any 3D green leaves in this chipboard pack. You know, I'm not sure I even like this chipboard pack. Oh, I've got another butterfly. Oh, wow. Could he... If he were facing the other way, he could have sat on Cat's head. But as it is, it just don't go. No, there aren't any chipboard green leaves. What's that all about? If I'd have been picking what to put in these this chipboard pack, I'd have picked some slightly different bits, I think. A few less petals. I do like these paw prints, though. Do you know I could make a dangle from paw print? Yeah, do you know how I said I was going to glue some of them together to make a dangle? I've got one. Dangle, ready-made, done, dusted. I just think I need a pile of... Because I've got that butterfly there, I think I need a pile of petals down here. Yeah, that's it. Glue them on before you change your mind. I'm not peeling no backs off. Oh, you silly woman. You've moved your petal. Just glue it on and I've done. One petal. I don't know what fell off because there's no flowers on front. But then again, what did that one fall off? We don't know. There could be some invisible flowers. Or some flowers just out shot up top. And I want one just laid along the bottom. Yeah. I might stick one more on just to be awkward. Because I think awkward may be my middle name. No, I'm sure it's Marie. Not awkward. Oh, I've found a paper green leaf. No, it just doesn't look right, does it? Could have a little butterfly sat on them. No, what about there? No, stop it. There, I'm done, stop. You've finished. I'm going to wrap something round, so that's going to look slightly different. You've got enough butterflies. Stop, you've done. I'm not 100% happy with the front. I don't know why. There were pieces in my head that I wanted to put up front that did not exist from the pack. I think that's the problem. I wanted that in chipboard. Right, so we need to add some bits and bobs to some tag tops. I'll do these. Right, grab your eyelets, woman. I'm going to go for coloured eyelets, I think. Because I've got some in colours that I will like for this. Eyelets are my favourite thing to put on top of tags. And I've got a selection of seam binding here. So let's punch holes in these. I'm going to use the big ones. That's that. And that. And that. I have some nice pink eyelets. Are they the right colour pink though? That is the question. Is that the right colour green? Yeah, I like the green. I'll have a couple of green ones and a pink one. There we go. I'll put those on. I've got a spare one out because you just know I'm going to lose one, don't you? Yeah, of course I will. Thinking that I'm leaving that as well because you can write in on that. There'll be some colour pen you can write on that with. You can have a green one with a metal back. Oh, I'm set up for small eyelets, so let me just twiddle these round. I'm just going to have it telling you what I'm using. A on the top and 2 on the base, A2. And the pokey one goes in the hole on the front. I like to do this upside down because it's easier. The eyelet don't fall out of card. Although I do lock that, so nice and neat on the back and on the front. And one of these will be pink and one will be green. I'll put the pink on the pink and the green on the green. Or shall I do it the other way around? That's a big decision. I'll do it. I'll do it matchy-matchy. So that's the pink. And then I'm going to make that little dangle with the paw print. I've locked that up again somehow. I have no idea how I do it. If anyone's watching me on camera, let me know how I do it. I think I need to squeeze that one a bit harder actually, because I was busy locking. That one's very wonky. That's better. There we go. Yeah, squeeze that. It's not quite crushed enough. I like the tags that come. Look, you've got plenty of space to write and you've got lots of prettiness on the back, the ones that come as tags. Right, then I'm going to put some seam binding on. So let's bring this back. See, that just adds a lot more interest to it now. Just already having done that. I've got green, which I think I'm going to put in there. And I do have some dusky pink, which I think I'll put in there. And then wrapped around it, again, do we want green or pink? I like that green. And I'll tell you, these are all from Scrap Cabin Shop. I've got dusky pink, moss and sea moss. I like that sea moss. It's a little bit lighter. Should I put that around middle and sea moss up there? Yeah, I'm going to put sea moss up there and the darker moss around there, I think. I mean, if you look at it, you don't really need to put anything around it because it's a concertina. It stays closed quite well on its own, but it just looks so much nicer when you've got something wrapped around it. And then I shall pop. So I like to wrap it round 2 or 3 times. Yeah. And then I like to pop a bow in. I'll cut it off when I've done my bow, because I can decide if I need it slightly longer then. Where's that end? Yeah, I'm going to cut it off slightly longer so I can have a slightly longer tail on both sides when I retie it. There we go. So we can still see the butterfly. We can see the little kitty cat poking out. I'm going to use a little bit of the sea moss and a little bit of the dusky pink to pop in those tags. Just that much. I'm guesstimating this. Don't ask me how much. It's that much. Where's the end? It is 4 inches. It doesn't look 4 inches when it's crinkled up, but it is 4 inches. And if you've got any, I don't think I've got any cat charms. If you've got any little kitty cat charms, you could pop those on. You could get some glitter drops out or something like that and highlight certain parts. You go to town on it. You do you. Whee. I was watching someone tell it the other day and someone said that. I can't remember what I was watching. I can't remember what we're in. You do you. It was said in an argumentative way. Someone trying to tell someone how to do something and they wouldn't do it, and it's like, oh, you do you then. Okay. You do you. That's cute. They look like ears. That's better. They look a little bit less like ears now, don't they? Right, and I want to just make a quick little dangle. Oh, I found another bird. No, just stop it. You've got enough tranklements on it now, woman. Right, this. I want a little paw print dangle. I think I might have it up there. It would look good up there. So I'm just going to put a hole in this. I'm not going to put an eyelet in or anything. I'm just going to chomp a hole. It's got a bit bottom at footprint and it not top. I'm going to chomp it there. Ta-da! And I'm sure in here I will have one of those little chainy dangles all done ready. Will I? Yeah. What's that? You'll do. What are you, mate? Oh, wow. That's obviously fallen off something because it's got a pair of glasses on. I was looking for one of these. Ta-da. There's them little ball chains. You can buy them already in short little lengths with a connector on. It's much easier when you've got old eyes like me. I think I'm going to put it that side actually, because I'm going to punch a hole here and put an eyelet in. And yeah, I'm going to try and do it without opening. I'm going to try and do it without opening the book up. That looks good. And I think I'm just going to put a plain eyelet in, shall I? No, I'll put a green one in. We're going with green and pink eyelets, woman. You've got to go with it wholly, haven't you? I may have to. Just undo ribbon, woman. Undo it. You know you've got to readjust it anyway. So take it off and stop faffing. I do get very faffy towards the end of a project. I knew I had one of those out. And nip that up. This is why I do it upside down. Can you see? Because if I don't do it upside down, that happens. There we go. So I will just pop that through my paw print. Pop it through there. We've got a cute little dangle. I quite like that. So chipboard did come in handy for summer. If you don't have the chipboards, I've not used much chipboard. In fact, any chipboard I have used, you've got paper ones. You didn't need using. So I wasted my money on that chipboard really, didn't I? And I think that would look equally cute as a dangle. Or cut one of the bigger footprints out in the paper pack. So you could do what I've done here with just the paper pack. You don't need all the bits and bobs extra. Whee. So if you're on a budget and you just want to buy one paper pad, I don't think the paper pads are a bad price, Stamperia. It's when you start adding in all those extras into it. I suppose that's the same anywhere, isn't it? You can go out for a meal, and the meal's not bad. It's when you had a starter and a dessert and sides and a drink, and then you've spent a fortune. Right. So there we have it. Just put them together because they do look like bunny ears when you don't. A little one sheet folio. Oh, put that other tag in what you made, woman. And I think that's saying put some pink seam binding in me. Oh, I've got some in a dark pink here. I've got a small amount. No, it's too dark. It's too bright. I'll never do. I'm going to put a slightly longer piece in this because it's a bigger tag. And this piece measures, believe it or not, that's almost 9 inches. That doesn't look 9 inches, does it? I wouldn't have thought that were 9 inches. I think. No, this is how you like to put them in. Why break the habit of a lifetime, woman? I mean, you can put anything you want on top. You could staple bits of lace. You could put tabs. You could do anything. I'm quite happy with that now. Although I do, do think I want to put the other cat in. Oh no, don't. Just leave it. It's done. The end. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. Plenty of waffle, bit of faff, and yeah, I will see you next time. Hopefully sooner. Bye.